Hello, my name is Sterling Brown. I take General Biology 102, Section B for Dr. Daniel Morris. And I am here today to talk to you about the respiratory system. And when you hear the word respiratory system, what do you think of? Well, when I hear it, I usually think of your lungs, your nose, and breathing in oxygen and breathing out carbon dioxide. And so the respiratory system is the organ system that is responsible for bringing in oxygen and into the body and bringing excess carbon dioxide out. But the overall function is to bring in air and allow the human body to breathe. And the parts that make up the respiratory system are your lungs, your larynx, your pharynx, your trachea, the bronchi, your nasal cavity, nose, mouth, tongue, ribs, diaphragm, uvula, and epiglottis. And each of these has their own function. For instance, the larynx is used for swallowing and talking. It is also known as your voice box, whereas the pharynx is used to carry air that you breathe in from your nose and your mouth down into the body. And from there, it travels to the bronchi, where it distributes air to the lungs, and your trachea carries the oxygen to your lungs. And all these systems work together to help keep you alive and to keep oxygen flowing throughout the body, because the human body needs oxygen. And one thing that you may not know about the respiratory system is that it serves as its own defense system, in part for bacteria, and this is through mucus. And so usually when you think of mucus, you think of stuff you're coughing up when you have a severe cold and you coughing up and you spit it up. But mucus actually helps protect the respiratory system by trapping irritants such as pollen and or smoke, and it helps prevent irritation, and it also serves as a barrier against bacteria, and it prevents infection of your respiratory system and your upper respiratory system. And though you stand, even though as though you can get you can still get infected and have a cold. The mucus that you cough up is a reaction of your respiratory system working in action, and it helps and by you coughing up the mucus, you are getting out the bacteria that is infecting you. And so this is just the introduction, but the main takeaway for the introduction is that the respiratory system is a vital organ system to the function of the human body. It is a closed respiratory system, and without it, you wouldn't be alive.